students, a very big and warm welcome to all of you. I hope you all are doing great. So children, before starting the session, let me introduce myself to you. This is Pooja Rawat and today I am going to teach you an interesting subject which is computer. So tell me children, what do you mean by computer? What is computer and how computer work? Why computer is so important for us? So we are going to find out about this in our very first chapter. So let's start the chapter. More features of Word. So we all are familiar with Word, how we type our documents in Word and how we format it. Now we are going to learn about more features of Word. So tech goals of this chapter are: stepwise learning approach, copy the formatting, find and replace the text, format page and change its properties, check spelling and use the thesaurus features. So we are going to do all these activities on Word. So let's take our introduction first. Microsoft Word has many more useful features that make our work easier. We can copy the formatting of one word or sentence and apply the same style to another. The Find and Replace tool helps us to quickly search for a word and change it everywhere in the document. We can also format the page by changing its size, margins or orientation to make it look neat. Word can check spellings and show us mistakes so that we can correct them. Another helpful tool is the thesaurus, which gives us different words with the same meaning, making our writing better. These features help us to save time and make our documents look correct and smart. So whenever we write on our notebook, we make sure that we don't make any mistake and we make our writing more convincing and beautiful and attractive. So similar in Word document app, we type here our documents, also we format our documents and we can resize our document, we can margin, we can set margins, we can set orientation, we can do a lot of things in Word so that our documents can look smarter and better. Using Format Painter to copy formatting from text or an object and apply it to another selection. Use the Format Painter tool. To copy formatting, follow the steps given below. So to save our time, we can copy formatting from one text to another so that we do not follow all the steps one by one. We can just copy a format from one text to another. For copying the text, you have to follow these steps. Choose the text that you want to copy. It's formatting on the Home tab. Select the Format Painter button located in the clipboard group. A brush-like shape appears for the pointer. Now drag the brush over the chosen text to apply the copied format. The chosen text will be formatted using the characteristics of the previous text. So first you have to choose that particular text for formatting, and then you have to go to Home tab and then you have to select Format Painter. Then you will see your pointer will change to a brush icon. Then you have to drag that brush to that particular area where you want to apply that format. Now finding the text. Using the following steps to find a specific word or phrase in the current document. On the Home tab, click the Find button in the editing group. The document window has a navigation area visible to its left. The search document box allows you to simply type the word you are looking for. In some documents, we search for a particular word. For this, you have to go to the Home tab, then you have to click a Find button in the editing group. Then in the document window, you have to use search document box so that you can type that particular word in that which you are looking for. The term in bold for the search result will be shown in the navigation pane and the same word will be highlighted in the main document. So as you can see, your word is visible here and it is highlighted in your document too. Now finding text using Find and Replace dialog box. Use the advanced Find option to find the text by doing the following steps. From the Find buttons drop down menu in the editing group on the Home tab, Select the advanced find option as shown in the figure. Find and replace dialog box displays. Type the text you want to search for in the document in the find what box. So there is another step or another way to find your text. It is very advanced. With the help of find and replace option, you can just find your word in your document. So as you can see, this is your find and replace dialog box. Now select a find next by clicking on it. The text will be highlighted and the pointer will advance to the next example of the searched word. If you would like to expand your search criteria, click more option as shown in previous figure. Following the completion of search, a word shows the following messages. So what you have to do, you have to just select the find next option and your text will be highlighted. If you want to search for more words, you have to click on more option. Click OK to complete the search process. So when you are done, you will click the complete the search process. Now tech talk. After clicking the more button, the features of the following options are: once you click the more button and select the match case checkbox, the text you typed in the find what box text box will be found with a similar case. When the find whole words only checkbox is checked, the word will only match when all the letters are found. If not, the word will be searched for. For example, if you write the word in the find box, the text box without selecting the find whole words only, option the word they, then, there, and so on will be searched because the is the first letter of each of these words. So you have to follow some steps whenever you are looking for some particular words in find and replace dialog box. So you have to click on more buttons and select match case check box for that before find next box will be checked. When you click on the find whole word, this will search for the whole words and some more words beginning with that particular words. So make sure you type the word correctly in the find box. Replacing the text. In addition to looking for text, you can replace any other text for the words or phrases. To change the wording, take the following action. In the editing group on the home tab, click the replace button. The dialog box labeled find and replace open. Enter the text you want to search for in the find word box to replace the current text. Enter the new text in the replace with box. Now you can replace that word with a new word. For this you have to go to editing group on the home tab, then you have to click on replace button. A dialog box labeled find and replace opens. You have to enter new word which you are looking for in find word box and you have to just replace the current text. For that you have to enter the new word. If you need to select other option, click the more button. As you can see, you type the word which you are looking for in find word and you will replace it with new word. Select the appropriate button by clicking a replace all and or find next. The replace button replaces the new text from the replace with the text box for the text that was searched. When you click the replace all button, the new text takes the place of the searched text. The next instance of the text that the find next button finds will be highlighted. The message box with the total number of replacement made up a pop-up. When you finish the searching the box, then press the OK button. So what you have to do, you have to just click or select the appropriate button by selecting the particular replace and replace all button. Then you have to select the replace button so that you can replace that particular word with a new word. Now page formatting. In addition to formatting the text on the page frequently required to be changed to improve readability and presentation, Word offers a number of page formatting features. Let us know about them in detail. So let's see how we can format our page. First, we are creating header and footer. Information can be placed at the top and bottom of each page using the header and footer settings respectively. These sections can contain the title, author's name, chapter name, date, page number, etc. Use the following steps to add headers and footers. The insert tabs header and footer group contains the header and footer option. Select the header option. Click the drop down menu and select edit header. In the same way, choose footer. Edit footer. The header and footer boxes which are divided by dotted lines are located at the top and bottom of each page respectively. So as we all know, we have to put some titles on the head and we have to put some signatures at the bottom of the page, at the bottom of the document. So for that you use header and footer option. So you have to go to insert tab and you have to just click on header and footer group or option. Then you have to choose the header and footer box which are divided by dotted lines. The ribbon displays an additional tab named header and footer. Select the header box and enter the text you like to display in this space. Take the word code and click on the left. For example, press the tab key twice. The insertion point jump towards the right jump. So for header, you have to choose the header box and you have to place the word which you want to display as a header. The header and footer tab, select the insert group and click the date and time option. The dialog box with the date and time displays. Select the format you want for the date and time. Press the OK button. Select the navigation group and click the Go to Footer option. The left side of the footer section will display the cursor. The point will move to the center of the page when you press the tab key. Select the preferred format from the drop-down list by clicking on the page number option. In the header and footer group, choose the bottom of a page option from the drop-down menu and choose the style of the page numbers that will appear on each page in the footer section. If you want to apply a specific page number style, the dialog window for page number format appears. After defining the setting according to your needs, click OK. After finishing, select the header and footer tab and click the close header and footer button. So in the header and footer tab, you have to just select the insert group and you have to just click on the date and time. You have to mention the date, you have to mention the time. You can also change the font of those date and time, and you can navigate the group and you have to just click on the go to footer option. It will show you on the left side of the footer section and you can just type whatever you want to show as a footer section. Now setting paragraph spacing. The amount of space above or below a paragraph is known as a paragraph spacing. Observe the following steps to adjust the paragraph spacing. So you can mention a space between your paragraphs. So for that you have to follow these steps. Select a paragraph. To adjust the paragraph setting, click the paragraph dialog box launcher as seen in figure. In the paragraph group on the home tab, it will open the paragraph dialog box. Click the Indents and Spacing tab. In the before and after spin box located under the spacing section, enter the necessary spacing. Press the OK button. So first you have to select the paragraph where you want to set the spacing. Then you have to adjust the paragraph setting and you have to click the paragraph dialog box. Then you will see Indent and Spacing tab, and in the before and after spin box you have to locate it under the spacing section. Now changing line spacing. The vertical gap in a page between successive lines of text is called line spacing. Use the following steps to listed below to adjust the text lines spacing more precisely. Select the text, click on the paragraph dialog box launcher. The dialog box for paragraphs appears as shown in figure. First select the Indents and Spacing tab and then underline the line spacing section. Choose the appropriate spacing, then select OK. So these are your line spacing for paragraphs. So you can put vertical gaps in page between successive lines. This is called your line spacing. For that you have to select the text, then you have to click on paragraph dialog box launcher. Dialog box will appear for paragraphs. Then you have to select the Indent and Spacing tab. Then you have to just place it under the line spacing section, and you have to choose the appropriate spacing according to your choice. Speed quiz. Name the tab and the group under which you can find the format painter option. So where do you find this option? You have to just tell the name of that tab. Inserting columns. Word documents display text in a paragraph or single column format by default. When you enter in text, Word enables you to format a document in 2 or more columns. If you want to format it in a newspaper style, often known as a column style, use these following steps to create a document that has multiple columns. Choose the text. On the Layout tab, select the columns option located in the Page Setup group. The available columns are shown as a drop-down menu. Decide how many columns you want to include in your paper. Select the More Columns option from the drop-down menu if you want to customize the column. The dialog box for columns opens. When the desired option have been defined, click OK. Now you can show your document in columns as you see in newspaper, magazine, etc. So for this you have to follow these steps. First of all, you have to choose the particular text. Now you have to go on Layout tab, then you have to select the column option, which is located in the Page Setup group. So the available columns are shown here as a drop-down menu. You can choose the number of columns from there, and you have to select More Column option from the drop-down menu. If you want to increase the columns, so you have to mention the numbers there. Then you have to click on OK. Inserting column break. If you have already added columns to your Word document, you may have noticed that some of the columns are not as balanced as you would like them to be. One solution to this problem is to add a column break. The column will be forced to finish and the text will be moved to the beginning of the new column. So how you can insert a column break? It is mentioned here. So you have already added a column to your Word documents, and now you can break them in parts. For that you have to just choose those columns first, then you can apply column breaks on those columns. To do this, follow the given steps. To insert a column break, place the cursor before the desired text. Select the column option from the drop-down menu by clicking on the breaks option on the Layout tab. As you see, the text after the column break starts in the next column. So now if you want to insert a column break, first you have to place your cursor before that text, then you have to select column option, and you have to just click on the break option on the Layout tab. So you can see a column break is already applied in your column. Now indenting text. The amount of space between the text and the page margins is determined by indentation. The basic terms, it draws the reader's interest. A paragraph can be moved entirely, or just the first line can be moved from the left or right margin to a specified point by using the indentation feature. To set a page indentation, use the following actions. Select which text needs to be indented. Select the paragraph group on the home menu and click the Increase Indent option. The selected text will move from the left margin by 0.5 inches. To shift the text 0.5 inches closer to the left edge, select the Decrease Indent option. So it is the amount of space which is located between the text and the page margin. This is called your indentation. So you can very easily make the page indented by these steps. So first you have to select that text which you want to make or which you want to be indented. Then you have to select the paragraph group which is on the home menu, and you have to just click Increase Indent option. Now you have to set the margin on the left. Working with tabs. The tab key is the most used method for indenting text. It is used for placing the pointer in certain areas of a document. Tab stops are placed every 0.5 inches. So tabs are the keys which we use mostly when we are indenting a text. By default, the tab stops can be adjusted along the ruler according to your requirements. The cursor immediately moves to the next tab when you press the tab key. Leader lines can also be used to form tabs. Use the following steps to set the tab stop. Select the layout tab and click the launcher for the paragraph dialog box. The dialog box for paragraphs will open. Now select the tabs buttons that is located in the dialog box lower left corner. The dialog box for tabs will show up on the screen in the tab stop position text box. Type a tab position, for instance 1.5 inch. Choose an alignment option, then press the set button. In the same manner, select 3 for new tab and press OK. So tab stops when you adjust the page. So for that you have to just select the layout tab and just you have to click the launcher for paragraph dialog box. A paragraph dialog box will open in front of you. Now you have to select the tab button, which is located in the dialog box lower left corner. Again, the dialog box of tab will open on the screen. You have to just select the position like 1.5 inch like this. Then you have to choose an alignment option. Then you have to press a set button. In the same manner, you will select the 3 for new tab, as you can see in this example. Then click the tab key. Now when you set the tab cursor stop, the cursor will jump to next location. So now you have to click on tab key. When you set the tab, you can just jump on the next location. Now setting page properties. Word provides tools for configuring page features including size, orientation, margins and other elements. So you can set your page properties like you can set your size of text, orientation and about your margins of the page and other elements. Setting margins, the space that remains between the document's text and the page's edges is referred as the margin. You can adjust the margins of a document's top, bottom, left and right using Word. The default margins are on 1 inch from the page left and right edges and 1 inch from top and bottom. So these are your default margins which are already set. Now you can change the margins according to your choice. Setting margins using rulers. Use rulers to change margins by doing the following steps. Use the horizontal ruler to mark a margin boundary. To adjust the left or right margins, drag the margin border to the desired distance when the pointer turns into a double-headed row. So this is your double-headed row which you use to adjust your margins horizontally. Use the vertical ruler to indicate the margin boundary. To adjust the top or bottom margins, drag the margin border when the pointer turns to the double-headed arrow. So when your margin or the cursor turn to this, you can set the ruler vertically. Specifying exact margin measurement. To provide precise margins, follow the given steps below. Click on the tab for layout within the page setup group. Select the margins options. An option list with a drop-down menu displays any predefined margin setting can be selected. The custom margins tab can also be selected. To set the margins, click the spin boxes or type the values for the top, bottom, left, right and gutter margins. Select the whole document option from the apply to drop down box. Press the OK button. Now you can specify exact margins for your documents. For this you have to click on layout. Then you have to go to page setup group. You have to select margins options. A dialog box or a drop down menu will appear. Now you have to select the predefined margins. Otherwise, you can choose the customize margin option so that you can customize margins according to your choice. Like if you want some margins on the top or bottom, you can just use these options. Now tech talk. A margin added to the document's binding side is called a gutter margin. Now setting page properties. Setting page orientation. The feature called page orientation controls the way the text print on paper when printed. For page orientation, there are two options, landscape and portrait. The paper printed lengthwise is portrait orientation. By default, when you print the document in landscape format, it is printed widthwise. Use the following steps to change the page orientation. Click on the tab for layout. In the page setup group, select the orientation option. Select the desired orientation from the drop down menu, either portrait or landscape. So by default your document shown in portrait mode, but if you want to show them in landscape mode or widthwise, you can just change the orientation of your document. For that, you have to click on the tab for layout, and then you have to go to page setup group. You have to select the orientation, and you can select the desired orientation for your document. This is your option. One is, as you can see, it is a portrait, which is default, and this one is landscape. Now setting paper size. You can work with several paper sizes in Word, but the options you have depend upon the printer that you are using. Use these steps to determine the paper size. Select the layout tab. In the page setup group, select the size option by clicking. Figure shows the option for paper size as a drop-down list. The list indicates the current paper size. Select the size that you want. As a result, the document's page size changes. So you can change the paper size according to the printout, so that you can take the particular page for printout. For this, you have to just select the layout tab. Then you have to go to page setup group, and you will select the size option by clicking. Now you will select, or you will list indicate the current paper size. You have to select the paper size, like you want A4, A3, etc. Or there is one more option. In the layout tab, select the page setup group and click the page setup dialog box launcher as seen in figure. The page setup dialog box will open. Select the paper tab by clicking on it. From the drop down selection for paper size, select the size you want. After observing the change in the preview section, select OK. So for another option, you can go to layout tab. In the page setup group, you will see page setup dialog box. So a page setup dialog box will open in front of you. You will select the paper by clicking on it. Then you have to select the paper size. So which size you want, you have to just preview and select OK, as you can see in this example. Now spelling and grammar. Word includes a built-in dictionary to help with spellings checks. Words that are incorrect have a single red wavy lines beneath them. Spell check begins at the beginning of the document and goes through it all. The following is a quick way to make sure every word is written correctly. To select a word with a red wavy line, right click on it. A shortcut menu with several possibilities appear. From the list of suggested spelling, choose the correct spelling. So as you all know, the word is come up with so many word dictionary or built-in dictionary, so that you can check your spellings of each and every word. Whenever you type a word and which is misspelled, so you will see a red wavy line beneath that word. So for checking that word, you have to just right click on that. You will see a list of options or suggestions like this. So you can just click on any word or that particular word which is correct, so that you can replace that word with that incorrect word. Word replaces the chosen alternative for the misspelled word automatically. As an alternative, select spelling and grammar from the proofing group by clicking on the review tab. The right pane shows the idea for how to spell the misspelled words correctly. From the list of suggestions, pick the appropriate option. So you can change or you can replace that particular word which is misspelled. So it is your alternative. You have to select the spelling and grammar from the proofing group. Then you have to just click on the right pane and to see how you can spell the misspelled word correctly. Now thesaurus. With the built-in dictionary known as the thesaurus tool, you may search for synonyms, antonyms, word replacement and alternate spellings. This tool improves your vocabulary and writing skills while enhancing your comprehensions of the book. Let's examine how to use the thesaurus functions. So this is also a built-in dictionary, and you can use this for searching synonyms, antonyms and word replacement and alternate spellings for some particular word, so that you can improve your vocabulary and writing skills. Preview the document. You can print the document after it has been prepared. Before printing a document, Word allows you to preview it. Now, before printing any document, you can just have a preview of that look, so that you can see before printing how your document will look after printing. Select the print option by clicking on the File tab as shown in figure. A preview of your manuscript opens immediately on the right side of the Word window. To view each page, select the navigation buttons beneath the. As shown in figure, a preview of your manuscript opens immediately on the right side of the Word window. To view each page, select the navigation buttons beneath the preview section. The zoom slider bar located in the lower right corner of the preview section allow you to enlarge the view of the page. You can put the necessary quantity in the blank area next to the copies option in the left pane if you wish to print multiple copies of a document. So for previewing your printout, you have to just select the print option by clicking on the File tab. Then you have to just take a preview of your manuscript, how your printout will look. Then a zoom slider will help you to see any mistake or anything which you want to change in that document. Then after changing and after seeing your file or your document, you can just give the command to take the print out of your copy. Now printing a document. Once you have viewed the document printed by following the steps below, select the print option by clicking on the File tab. Select the printer name from the printer drop down menu that is attached in the copies spin box under the quantities of copies. So let's see how to give command to print a document. For that, you have to select a print option which is available on the File tab. Then you have to select the printer name from the printer's drop down menu. Then you have to select the number of copies, like how many copies do you want for that particular file or document. So these are the process which you have to follow to get the printout of your document. To select any option, click the arrow next to print all pages in the settings section. To print the complete document, select print all pages. Sometimes we need to print all the pages. For that, you have to just go to settings and you have to just click print all pages. By choosing print selection, you can print only the text that you selected from the document. To print only the selected page from your document, select print current page. You can print any desired range of pages from the document by selecting the custom print option. Click print once you have made all the required selection. So you have to choose a print selection. Then you have to, if you want to print the current copy, you have to just select the current page. If you want to print all the pages, then you have to choose all the pages. Then after that, you have to just click print once you have made all the changes and required selections. Memory reload. To copy formatting from text or an object and apply it to another selection, use the Format Painter tool. The Replace option adds a new word to the replace where the Find option locates it in the current document. You can add some information at the top and bottom of each page respectively by using the header and footer setting. The vertical gap in a page between successive lines of text is called line spacing. The number of spaces above or below a paragraph is decided by its paragraph spacing. The amount of space between the text and the page margin is determined by the indentation. The space that remains between the pages, boundaries and content of the document is referred as the margin. Page orientation comes in two options, landscape and portrait. Now check your learning. Tick the correct option. Click the dash button to find next in text in a Word document. So it is option B. Second, dash feature allows you to change text throughout the document. So it is replace feature. Dash option is used to add a footer in a document. So it is your insert option. What does the indent option do? So it aligns the text. Fifth, which tab allows you to set a page orientation? So it is your layout tab. Now fill in the blanks. To find a specific word, click the find button in the editing group. Second, headers and footers can be added using the insert tab. The space above or below a paragraph is called paragraph spacing. To adjust margins, use the paragraph. To adjust margins, use the horizontal ruler. A red wavy line indicates misspelled word. Now write a T for true and F for false. The find button is located on the home tab in the editing group. Yes, it is true. You can only replace the text using the replace button. You cannot search for text. It is false. We can search for text. Third, headers and footers can only contain page numbers. It is false. Fourth, paragraph spacing refers to the space above or below paragraph. Yes, it is true. To change the paragraph orientation, the landscape, you select the orientation option from the layout tab. Yes, it is true. Now answer the following questions. Some questions are given here. You have to just answer them. Now lab activity, which you have to do in computer lab. Open Word and type a given text. So you have to type this particular text in the Word window. Now some instructions are given here which you have to follow while you are typing that particular document. Type the use public transport heading. Choose the header, give it an orange color and center it on the page. Use the following formatting for the first bullet point. Italic font, Calibri font, size 15 color blue. After selecting the first bullet point, select the format painter. Format the last two bullet points using the same style. Use layout, then page setup, then margin. Custom margins to set the page margin to 1.5 inches on all sides. Then look for the phrase utilizing and change it to use of. Pick the first passage, open the dialog box for paragraphs, choose a single as the line spacing setting from the spacing section. Press Ctrl+S to save the file with the name use public transport. So you will type the document, you will do the changes and then you will save the document also. Now group discussion. Split the class into two groups and have a discussion on the following topics. So first topic is use of different methods of column setting and the second topic is use of spelling and grammar options. So you have to discuss on these two topics with your class. So children, I hope you understood whatever we have done in this session. Now you will revise the chapter and yes, do not forget to practice the exercise.